everybody. Welcome to this ALCHEMY'S English language testing system. Earlier in part 19, we decided that we will have a class on degrees of comparison. So today, let us now discuss about the degrees of comparison. Now, I will start with the lesson on the degrees of comparison. So, mostly when we choose a word from the parts of the speech, we always, or mostly, or generally, we take an adjective for the degrees of comparison. Means positive, comparative, and superlative. That can be or could be formed from an adjective only, generally. So we mostly, it's an adjective only, because let us also logically understand an adjective. What is an adjective? Why it has got those degrees, positive, superlative, and positive, comparative, and superlative. Why it has those degrees in the parts of the speech. So just let us logically think, what is an adjective? So just I will read it out. Adjective indicates the quality of a noun. This already I told you. Such as its appearance, size, color, shape, and nature, character, type. It shows all these things which a noun has, and that particular word which denotes all those characters, all those qualities, all those types is an adjective. Okay. Example for that matter. Let us also see tall. Tall means some boy is tall. Is it not his the quality of his height? Tall. Short. Same, short. short. It is also telling about the noun whether it is tall or short. And color, red or blue, or whatever those 7 colors. And then small, big, vertical, horizontal positions also of the noun. And what is he like? Good, bad, insane, mad. All these qualities, they are compared when we talk. And we need that comparison also. We cannot simply always go on using superlatives or positive or a comparative. When we talk, we use, when you read a paper or when you read a story, when you read a good book, you will find all these qualities being compared, classified. So this is all about degrees of comparison. So again, to be very more precise, let us say the basis of its meaning, an adjective is identified as belonging to one of the 4 subclasses. Now, one of the 4 subclasses, I think it's clear to you. On the basis of its meaning, whatever I told you about an adjective, on the basis of its meaning, an adjective is identified as belonging to one of the 4 subclasses. One is quality, color, specifying, emphasizing, and classifying. These are the subclasses of an adjective. Let us now understand better by examples also. Okay, he was appointed minister of Rural Development. He was appointed Minister of Rural Development. Here that rural is an adjective and it is qualifying whether urban or rural. Okay, this is qualifying, classifying adjective, it is classifying. The second one, let us see this one. Radha felt sorry for being slow in her work. Radha felt slowly for being slow in her work. This is something like a quality of work. I told you subclasses. One is quality, color, emphasizing and classifying. One by one we are trying to know through these sentences. Okay. Radha felt sorry for being slow in her work. It is qualitative. And then Urmila gave him a red shirt. Urmila gave him a red shirt. This is something which the adjective is talking about or telling about, denoting about a color. Okay. Ramesh had complete control on his property. Ramesh had complete control on his property. Here complete is an adjective. Complete is an adjective and complete means skilled at every respect or fully complete. So Ramesh had complete control on his property. This is emphasizing what type of control he has on the property. Complete control. It is emphasizing. So these are the qualities of an adjective, and these qualities only we are trying to compare them through this method of degrees of comparison. Okay. It is the qualitative adjectives that are gradable. They can be compared and they can be graded. We can say something has more of a quality. We can say something has more of a quality than something else. Okay. Thus we form comparatives by adding ER to that adjective. We add a ER. It's a small thumb rule. Okay. For a comparative we add ER, or by placing more. By placing more in front of the adjective, and est for formation of superlative to an adjective. Er and est, or we use more and most to form comparative and superlative. So let us see where we use er, est, and where we use more and most. How we use, why you use, we are now going to discuss about that. Okay. Now a small example like positive, comparative, superlative. So sweet, let us say, take the adjective sweet, S-W-E-E-T, sweet. What is compared to sweeter, T-E-R, S-W-E-E-T-E-R. By suffixing or adding ER, it becomes comparative. EST, sweetest. Likewise, beautiful. In this case, beautiful. We cannot say beautifuler. In this case, we say more beautiful, and superlative, most beautiful. Okay. Some examples also. Let us see. Govardhan's mango is sweet. His mango is sweet. But again now you are identifying more things about more adjective nature of the nouns. Now see this second sentence. Just Mahesh's mango is sweeter than Govardhan's. Mahesh's mango is sweeter than Govardhan's. Now coming to the third one. Now we are trying to know how to use a superlative. Meghanas, or say Meghana, Anita, some boy. Anita's or Meghana's mango is the sweetest of all. Is the sweetest of all. In a superlative, we always use articles the. Is the sweetest of all. Of all means when comparing Govardhan, comparing Mahesh, her mango is the sweetest. Okay. In sentence 1, the adjective sweet tells that Govardhan's mango has the quality of sweetness without saying how much of this quality that mango has. It is sweet, only sweet. Govardhan's mango is sweet. Okay. Then in sentence 2, the adjective sweeter tells that Mahesh's mango compared with Govardhan's has more of the quality of sweetness. And in sentence 3, the adjective sweetest tells that of all these mangoes, Meghana's mango has the greatest amount or highest degree of the quality of sweetness. I think little we could come to know by this about degrees of comparison. Now we can see that adjectives change in form: sweet, sweeter, and sweetest. The same adjective sweet becomes sweeter and sweetest. Okay, to show comparison. They are called the degrees of comparison. So we have gone through all these sentences of positive, comparative, and superlative. So some little more emphasis on adjectives. Adjective sweet is said to be in the positive degree in the first sentence. It is in the positive degree. The adjective sweeter is said to be in the comparative degree, and the adjective sweetest is said to be in the superlative degree. The positive degree of an adjective is the adjective in its simple form. The positive degree of an adjective is always in its simple form. Okay, mangoes are sweet. Okay, some berries are sweet. Apple is always sweet. Oranges, sometimes they are very sweet. The Nagpur orange is sweeter than the orange of Tamil Nadu. Something like that we can say. But generally, when we do not compare it, we use the positive adjective. It is always in its normal form. Okay. The positive degree of an adjective is the adjective in its simple form. It is used to denote the mere existence of some quality of what we speak about. It's mere existence of some quality of what we speak about a particular noun through an adjective. It is used when no comparison is made. It's generally made, we are talking, we have no comparison you are supposing to make or has to be made when you are talking about certain things, then it is always the adjective is in positive. The comparative degree of an adjective denotes higher degree of the quality than the positive and is used when two things or set of things are compared. It is used when two things or set of things are compared. Sets of things are compared. As this girl is stronger than that girl. Which of these two pens is the better? Apples are dearer than oranges. apples are dearer than oranges. Which of these two pens is better? That's comparative. This girl is stronger than that girl. Strongest. Like this we use. Okay. The superlative degree of an adjective denotes the highest degree of the quality and is used when more than two things or sets of things are compared, as this boy is the strongest in the class. This boy is the strongest in the class, means he is the strongest. Small note here. There is another way in which we can compare things. There is also another way without adjective made into comparative and superlatives. Without that also there is a way. Let us also know that. Instead of saying Govardhan is stronger than Mahesh, we can also say Mahesh is less strong than Govardhan. We can also say Mahesh is less strong than Govardhan. The superlative with most. We say when most beautiful we are saying, no? More beautiful and most beautiful. So that's what I want to just tell you here. The superlative with most is sometimes used where there is no idea of comparison. Where there is no idea of comparison, then we use this most. But merely a desire to indicate the possession of a quality in a very high degree, as this incident is most unfortunate. We want to show some quality there in a higher degree or highest degree. Then we structure the sentence this way. Now I will read it once again. This incident is most unfortunate. Is it not? That superlative we have used here. And another sentence. When I saw her, she was the most beautiful girl. When I saw her, she was the most beautiful girl. It was the most difficult task for me. It was the most difficult task for me. Maybe floods or some heavy storm occurred and he had to pass through that. He is saying, it was the most difficult task for me. The above type of use has been called the superlative of eminence. Okay? Now we have known to some extent the degrees of comparison. They are positive, they are in the normal course, and then a comparative and a superlative. Let us see some some thumb rule or some rules which world is following, how these adjectives are formed. So I'll just let you know what is generally customized around the world in the case of degrees of comparison. Formation of comparative and superlative, how we form it. Most adjectives of one syllable, adjectives of one syllable, I think we all know what a syllable is. Anyway, for all of us, let us also know once again what a syllable is. A word or part of a word uttered by a more or less single effort, that is a syllable. Okay, like hot, sweet, tall. These are single syllables. Beautiful, it is not a single syllable. Beautiful, it has got more than one syllable. So here, let us see the first rule. First rule, let us again, once we have known what a syllable is, again we will try to know it better. Most adjectives of one syllable form their comparatives and superlatives by adding er to the comparative and adding est to the superlative, and thus they form comparative and superlatives. Just a few such adjectives are there. Let us just concentrate on this so that in future whenever we come across an adjective we can be guided by this rule which we will be trying to know now. Okay? Like sweet is positive. The comparative is sweeter, er is added to it at the last, at the end, and sweetest, test, for the superlative. Tall, taller, tallest, bold, bolder, boldest, clever, cleverer, cleverest, kind, kinder, kindest, young, younger, youngest, great, greater, greatest. Now, in this rule, a single syllable, we are adding er and est to form comparatives and superlatives. Now, let us see the second rule. When the positive ends in e, when the positive word, adjective, ends in e, ends, last word is e, we only add r to make it superlative, and we only add st to make it, we only add r to make it comparative, and we only add st to make it superlative when the word, the adjective, ends in e. Let us see few examples. Brave, it is ending in e. Brave, comparative is braver, bravest, bravest. Okay. Fine, finer, finest, white, whiter, whitest, large, larger, largest, able, able, abler, ablest, noble, 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 nobler, noblest, wise, wiser, wisest, humble, humbler, humblest, true, truer, truest, stale, stale, stale is stale. I think we all know stale food, stale, stale, staler, stalest, pale, pale is pale, he has become, he got so afraid that he looks pale, pale, paler, palest. Okay, now let us see the third rule also. When the positive ends in y, preceded by a consonant, the y is changed into I before adding er and est. That is, before adding er for comparative and est for superlative. Let us see few words. Observe this. Please let us observe these few words. Happy, positive ending in y, happy ending in y. Okay. Happy, happier, happiest, easy, easier, easiest, heavy, heavier, heaviest, merry, merry, Merry Christmas, merry, merrier, merriest, wealthy, wealthier, wealthiest, dry, drier, driest. Okay, next. Okay, next rule. When the positive is a word of one syllable, when the positive is a word of one syllable, single syllable, and ends in a single consonant, single syllable ends in a single consonant, not A, E, I, O, U, consonant, ends in a single consonant, preceded by a short vowel. This consonant is doubled adding ER and EST. Now I will read it out. You will understand what it actually means. Okay. Single syllable word red ending in a consonant preceded by a vowel E. So when we would like to make it comparative, that D is doubled, redder, R-E-D-D-E-R, redder, reddest, R-E-D-D-E-S-T, reddest, big, bigger, biggest, hot, hotter, hottest, thin, T-H-I-N, thin, thinner, thinnest, sad, sadder, saddest, fat, fatter, fattest, wet, wetter, wettest. Take little care for this adjective, fit, F-I-T, fit. I think we all know what is fit, no? Fit means whose job is to repair, install machinery. He is a fitter. He is a fitter. That person is known as a fitter. It's a noun. Now let us concentrate on this. Let us see what this fit is. Fit means to be the right size. It's fit. It will fit that size. Fit. To be the right size. I'm okay. I'm fit to do any job. That fit we are talking about. Okay. Not that fitter who mends things and installs machinery. Not that fitter. Okay. This fit. Here for fit, adjective, positive, superlative, comparative of this is not fitter. Take little care. It is fitlier. F-I-T-L-I-E-R, not fitter. Okay. This is what I just wanted to tell. Generally we go wrong there. Fit, fitlier, and fitliest. It is not fit, fitter, fittest. Okay. Adjectives of more than two syllables form their comparatives and superlatives by prefixing or putting more and most before the positive. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, difficult, more difficult, most difficult, industrious is more industrious, most industrious, courageous, more courageous, most courageous. Superlative is most courageous. Two syllable adjectives ending in full. A small, a small key-like thing, to know a little more better about these adjectives. I'll just try to understand this, and I'll explain you also. Two syllable adjectives ending in full, like example, useful. Two syllable adjective, that is useful. Useful. Two syllable adjectives ending in full, we use more useful and most useful. Okay. And ending in LESS, syllables ending in LESS, like hopeless, HOPELESS. There also we use more hopeless and most hopeless. Okay. And most hopeless. Also adjectives ending in ing. Adjectives ending in ing, like boring. We use more boring. It's more boring and most boring. Okay. Or for that matter, let us, this is a sort of a small key for you, a method for you, easy method. So wherever you find an adjective with full, the last word with FUL or LESS or ING, we will use more and most for such adjectives. Okay. Adjectives ending in ED also follow the same procedure. ED, surprised. I was more surprised. I was most surprised. Okay. Likewise, many other adjectives like modern, recent, more recent, most recent, foolish, more foolish, most foolish, famous. He is more famous. He is most famous person. Certain, most certain. It's more certain. Certain. Take more and most to make comparative and superlatives. We have accumulated some idea about how to form comparatives and superlatives. Now in the next class, we have some more to know about, which I will be telling you in part 21. Until such time, please be guided by what we discussed today. And thank you for watching. And in advance, very happy 2021 for all of us. I hope 21 brings lot of joy, prosperity to all of us in this country, and wish you a happy new year for all of you. Please let us meet in our part 21. Till then, goodbye to everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.